you've got the data sitting in front of you, for instance. You have a table of data that gives you some information down the side and then the frequency of that data. Okay? Without that information, you can't work out distribution or the shape of distribution or anything. Now, when we talk about the shape of distribution, you're actually looking at this. So if you've got a graph of the data and it looks like this, as opposed to that or that. Okay? Can you see how this is further to the left, that is further to the right, and that is pretty much central? Yeah? That is the shape of distribution, that graph, just having that like that. And we talked about skewing very briefly. Okay? This one, and this is where it gets a little confusing. This one is skewed. This one is skewed. That one is what we call
we need to invest in this system.
evenly distributed. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, I've said that this one's skewed and this one's skewed. One of them is skewed positively, one of them is skewed negatively. Now, I want you to bear in mind that I've said that this is where a lot of people get tripped up. Which one do you reckon is positively skewed? Which one do you reckon is negatively skewed?
Or on the top one's positive because it's going forward.
I would too.
But now that you've said that thing that you just said, I think the bottom one's whatever you just said up there.
That one is positively skewed.
Why though?
Going up.
That one.
Is it because it starts
But
at
it
the
takes
start?
longer, the top one takes longer.
This one is negatively skewed. Now, obviously you look at that and go, that's backwards. Anyone think it's not backwards? Okay. I'm the same. When I first started actually teaching this, because when I went to school, I didn't have to do any of this. I did mathematics and all that, and I didn't do a lot of data stuff. We didn't do it. And at uni, I actually had exemptions for a lot of my subjects to start off with, so I didn't do data or statistics at uni either. So the first time I actually had to teach general maths, and I've seen this, I'm like, that's wrong. And I'll check 4 different textbooks until I worked out what the hell they were saying. And now it makes sense. What does skewed mean?
It's reminding me of a skewer. Same. Yeah.
Kind of, but it is a different word. If I say this is normal and something is skewed, what does that mean? Different. Give me another description.
Wrong.
If normal is walking straight, what would skewed be?
They will keep
Consistent.
Okay, away from the straight, correct? Now that word, away from the straight, is the important one. Why do you think that that one that looks as though it's gone up to the positive is called negatively skewed?
because it's going away from it.
It's away from the negative.
Okay.
This one is away from the positive. Does that make sense? That's
So, say they're like, this is just how I would explain it to myself, like
Yep.
a number line.
Yep.
One negative, positive,
Yep.
negative.
yeah. Well, that's
And one's
similar.
going
Yeah.
positive way, but it's away from the negative.
It's away from the negative. Okay. So if you think about it, the opposite of what you would assume, then you're fine. But it's away from the positive. That means it's negatively skewed. And
So
away
it's
from.
one-sided, sorry.
Sorry.
It's
Pretty
one-sided.
stupid statement.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just going to think of another one.
That's fine, just whatever it takes. But if you looked at the data, that's one thing. Now, in this particular case, we're going to look at data, and they will give you a table. Okay? And that table will have things. Things, and we don't have much time. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there'll be a frequency for this data. Now, it doesn't really matter what the data's about, but then there's a frequency. 3, 5, 10, 5, 2, 5, 10, 5, 3. Okay? What you have to do is look at that and picture it as a graph. Or you can draw the graph. Whatever helps you. Now, when I say draw the graph, look at this. You do that. And then you go, okay, so that's at 3, 5, 10, 5, 2, 5, 10, 5, 3. So I've just done, I haven't put any numbers, and that would look like this.
Yeah.
Okay? So I've just drawn it, just quickly. Now when you look at that, would you say that it is positively skewed, negatively skewed, positively skewed, or does it look evenly distributed? Cool. And now, so that's one part of it. Then the next question says comment on the symmetry. Now you guys know what symmetry means? It means you can fold it in half. Now have a look at that number. The first one's a 3, last one's a 3. 5, 5, 10, 10, 5, 5, 2.
Yeah.
That is perfectly symmetrical. If you folded those numbers in half, they'd sit directly on top of each other. Yeah?
Oh no, the 0 and the 8.
They're not part of the data. That's the frequency. They're just the categories. Okay? But they are perfectly symmetrical. Would you agree? Excellent. So that's the second part. Now, the last part is it unimodal or bimodal? What does uni mean? If you're riding a unicycle, how many wheels you got?
3.
Uni.
I give a tricycle.
Hence the word tri. If you're riding a unicycle, how many? 1. Universe, 1 verse. University, 1 versity. Okay? Unimodal, 1 mode. What does bimodal mean? 2 modes.
Oh yeah, just reminds me like bi.
What? Bisexual means you like both sexes. That's fine. Bi means 2. Bicycle, 2 wheels. Okay? Is it unimodal? Is it bimodal? What's mode?
Bi.
What's the mode? MO.
Oh. Most occurring.
Most occurring, most often. MO, the mode.
So,
Is.
2 numbers occur the most, that's bimodal.
Correct.
So it's 1,
So, how many 3s are there?
2,
How many 5s are there?
5.
4.
Thank you. How many 10s are there? How many 2s are there? So what's the mode? What is the most occurring?
5.
How many of them are there?
4.
Okay. Is there anything else with 4 of them?
No.
So how many modes are there?
1.
Are we bimodal or unimodal? Unimodal. And that is how you do that. Thank you. Says Zaba.